I have literally just got finished watching the story of Kunning Palace, and here are my quick thoughts on it with no spoilers. The show was 38 episodes long. There's a short special episode and several behind the scenes episodes, which are also quite short. I watched it on the iQIYI app. They also have a YouTube channel, so it could be there, although you may not be able to get the extra episodes even if you have the membership for YouTube. But since I already have the annual membership for the app, I haven't checked that out. This had a really interesting concept. We start off the drama as the character in one lifetime and how she ended badly, and then she goes back in time to relive and try and avoid that bad ending. There is a secondary concept which you almost forget about. It's touched on at the very beginning and it's touched on at the very, very end. But you can almost forget that that's a thing in this story, which is quite interesting. Essentially, the main character is trying to be a good person in her second attempt at life, basically. The story itself is pretty complicated. The start and the goal are relatively simple, but the story and how a lot of things are going on, and there's a lot of different characters that we have to sort of build up and then finish off their stories and so on, and all of their stories sort of meet at the end to complete the overall story. If you like politics and intrigue, then this is definitely one that you're gonna like. I definitely liked it. It was one I enjoyed the acting, I enjoyed the costumes, I enjoyed the story. I personally felt a little uncomfortable on occasion. Some of the ways that they had the lead male acting towards the leading female, very rarely mind, but on occasion they do explain it away. But it made me uncomfortable. So I'm gonna give a bit of a trigger warning to any people that have had perhaps toxic relationships. That's not to say that the relationship within the show was toxic per se. It's just some of the things they got the characters doing could be considered a little bit uncomfortable. It certainly made me uncomfortable on a couple of occasions. But I understood why they were doing it and why the psychology that they were thinking about when they got them behaving that way. But overall, that was a very minor point, and it didn't happen very often, maybe twice in the whole show, where I felt slightly uncomfortable. So it wasn't the end of the world, and otherwise the acting was great, and so was the direction. So they did a really good job. There wasn't really anything else that I noticed that I really wanted to critique on it. And I can understand why everybody was raving about this when it was airing at the time. But what did you guys think? Did you like it too? Feel free to discuss in the comments. If you liked this review, then pop a comment. Any comment will do. Like the video. If you're on TikTok, then follow me. If you're on YouTube, do feel free to subscribe and tickle that bell button. I will be watching A Journey to Love with Liu Yuning next. So make sure you come back for more, and thank you for listening. Bye!